Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, all my artists, creatives, crafters, and makers. Welcome back to the Lovely Lab, and welcome to our 2022 Index Card Art Series, where we take index cards of whatever size and create little mini pieces of art. And hopefully at the end of the year, we will have our own mini art collection to keep and display or exchange. Now, the first week's prompt is the word grace. Grace is defined as simple elegance or refinement of movement. It's also defined as courteous goodwill. Those are the two nouns. The verb is to do honor or credit to someone or something by one's presence. Now, as I think about the word grace, grace to me also is a word often used in spiritual conversations as it pertains to extending kindness, favor, or forgiveness to someone. And it is also an act that is not earned. So someone cannot earn your grace. You extend it, and typically you end up receiving it, not necessarily from that person, but that's just kind of how life is, you know. You get what you give. So for me, I'm going to move in that. Now, grace also is a very freeing experience. When you're not looking for someone to do something in order for you to be kind, it frees you up to share your kindness with pretty much anybody. So that's where we're going to head from here. Now, I have printed off this index card art, and there'll be a link in the description box below that will take you to the PDF for this, and you'll be able to print that off. I would suggest that you print it off on cardstock if you have it, so that you can either include it on the back as a prompt, you know, to an explanation of that art that you create, or even on the front, which probably I'll probably end up doing today. I'm going to keep it simple in the beginning of this series so that those who are new to crafting or mixed media can follow along, and maybe you don't have a lot of supplies. I'm going to just cutting that down so I can use that. Okay, so I'll probably end up inking that, not sure. Now, another thing that I've done is I went on ahead and took a few index cards and layered them with additional, so there's this. At the end of a lot of there used to be back in the day when you had wrapping paper, there'd be a tube in there similar to, but thicker than, a toilet paper roll or paper towels. But now they just have this thick brown paper. So I kept that because it's great. It's great for adding support to things like that. So I put that on the back of this, and it basically doubled the thickness of it. On the back of these, I simply used the napkins from Subway. So I have 2 of those. And this is actually a mop-up index card from a spray demo that I did here on the channel. So I'm going to use this one because I knew that I wanted to use it because I just love the imagery, or you see isn't that pretty? So I'm going to go with that. And I've pulled out, now the index cards that I'm using are 4x6. I was hoping that I could find the 5x8s, but I couldn't. So I'm working with what I have. I'm not going to go out and buy, I'm not going to scour the earth looking for additional supplies. But there's a border here that I do want to kind of camouflage. So what I'm going to do is grab some fabric. And I'm going to keep this brief because I don't want us devoting too much time to this, because we're going to do it once a week. And I don't want you to overthink it. And I certainly don't want me to overthink it. So Let me see. I think what I'm going to do, and this is a piece of fabric from one of my mom's old dresses. So I absolutely, love it. And I try to use it as often as possible. Where I can, obviously. So I'm not being too careful with how I cut this because I'll probably end up just scrunching it a little bit, like so. So I'll figure out how to make that work. Probably with the hot glue gun. Not sure. We'll figure it out in just a second. Okay, so as you guys saw, I started off with one index card that actually it's a scrap one, and I've got a back so I can actually journal on the back of it. It's not a journal card; it's just art. And I took some scrap fabric, created a little ruffle at the top, sewed a little stitch, zigzag stitch at the top, added some vintage book page, washi, and some die cuts to it, and popped the word grace up so that it would have a little bit of the dimension. So I think it came out lovely. I hope that you can use some of the items found in your home to create your first index card art. And based on the word grace, what does grace mean to you? How important is the word grace using the defined term that you saw on the screen? The defined terms, I should say. All right, guys, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you'll continue on this uh, index to the 2022 index card art series, and I look forward to collecting our little pieces of mini art with you. And until we're back here together, stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay creative and crafty. Bye for now.
If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.